Amazingly bad. Hello and welcome to the the stream. Let's just post the link here. It's a bit of difficulty. There we go. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. Amazingly Bear, ESABA, I think you mean EA British Airways. Yes, this is by choice of the Disciple 25. This is his flight request. Because the Europe tour, we didn't do the plane he wanted, we do the 777 instead of the 737. So now we're going to be doing the 737 for this flight. I think we're having some issues with the screen. Let me just check this. Okay, let's get started. So, obviously I'm not doing cold and dark startup today. Oh, Daniel's Aviation, hello and welcome. Evening, mate, he says. Evening, Daniel's Aviation, how are you doing today? We're just about to get started. I can't see the chat, so I'm going to bring that up. I'm having issues with it. And my mouse isn't connecting. Oh, here we go. Supposed to be connected. Here we go. Okay, connected. And then here we go to channel. Okay, I can see the chat now. So, evening, Daniel Aviation. So, let's begin taxiing. So, let's set our first notch of flaps in the takeoff configuration. So, I'd like to have them on flaps 2. Daniel's Aviation, I'm good, thanks, Cap. How are you today? Well, I'm doing suddenly fine tonight. So, I've never actually flown this plane before today. So, it's going to be quite interesting. So, we've got flaps set and let's add a bit of throttle. We are moving a bit too fast. I'm going to slow down there. We have not set our flight plan, so let's do that. Just a minute. So we're going from Dublin, which is Echo India Delta W, which is something. Daniel's Aviation, I noticed you commented on one of my videos. Thank you. Daniel's Aviation, nice, yes. Hopefully this is going to be a good stream. It's the flight request of Disciple 25, although I don't know if he's going to be joining us today. It is from Dublin to Bordeaux. So let's start up 7% throttle. Where's our takeoff runway here? I can't see. No, that's the wrong runway. We're meant to be taking off from this runway. So let's make our way there. A left turn now. This is very tight. There we go. We've got some Dash 8s over there, Q400s. Let's keep centered here. Daniel's Aviation, no worries, it was really good editing, Cap. Oh, thank you. Yeah, as I said, I like to edit my videos for a very, 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 very long time. So I think we'll just turn on to, oh, we've missed the taxiway slightly. So we'll take off here. And by the way, Daniel's Aviation, I'm going to ask you now, do you have any flight requests for this simulator for tomorrow? Because we're free tomorrow for our flight. So I'll show you in a minute. The areas we have are most of Europe and Western America. By Western America, I mean California, Nevada, and some other random states. Arizona, I think it's called. This is not enough runway, but we can do it probably. So you have the power to choose a plane between the 735, 744, 777, all of these planes. You have power to choose one of those, and a flight anywhere between here. So we've got this Western America, Las Vegas, all that kind of stuff, and we've got Europe here, all of these airports. Oh no, I've just made myself off the runway here. We're about, I don't know, here I think we entered. Yeah, this is where we entered, so let's ground ourselves there. Not at Learjet, we were in a 737 aircraft. 737-500, and let's take off. Here we go. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Well, let's set our thing to toga and actually take off. Oh no. Oh no. I missed the green. أنا حمار. Interesting. So you are saying that you are a donkey. Well, let's attempt this takeoff again. Oh gosh. We're not gonna make it. We are gonna make it. V1 rotate. Oh no, please. We're gonna have a tail stripe. Please take off. There we go. That was a rather unprofessional takeoff. Positive rate. Gear, of course, up. Let's engage the autopilot. Not the auto-land, autopilot. Normally, Daniel's Aviation off the runway. Well, I mean, takeoff was alright. Not too bad. I think it could have been worse. Well, it couldn't, but it could have been worse. Potentially. So, as I said, do you have any flight requests in Europe? You could even have something intercontinental like San Francisco to, what do they call it? Paris. Even I could do a 10-hour flight. Daniel's Aviation's second takeoff was much better. Well, kind of better. Still not perfect, but definitely much better than what the first one was. Let me think. Yes, literally anywhere. Not anywhere, anywhere in Europe. Here we've got a decent view of our captain and our rather strange engines that are squashed at the bottom for some reason. Maybe that's just how the 735 looks like, I'm not sure. So this is a relatively short flight. It is only around 560 nautical miles. So we've got 550 nautical miles remaining. I'm absolutely not qualified to be flying this plane. I have no idea what most of these buttons do. I'm more of an Airbus guy myself. I mean, I like how Boeing narrowbodies fly. I don't like how you fly them though, if that makes sense. I don't like the cockpit and all that. I much prefer glass cockpit to a gauge. This gauge is just like intimidating and disgusting. But this simulator is very high quality and the buttons that work. I do not want to do that. I think that just opened a door. Yep, that's the button that opens the door. And we've got a staircase emerging, which I probably should fix, but cannot really be bothered currently. Oh dear. I mean, it's not ideal, it's not a massive problem. Should be good. Hopefully will help balance out our plane. I mean, it's slightly inconvenient. Let's check our navigation now, which is probably somewhere here. I should probably have the seatbelts light on. Oh, it is on. Okay, good. What is this? Rain repellent. I've never heard of rain repellent. Let's try some rain repellent. Don't know what rain repellent is. What does this thing do? Nothing. Seems the wiper does not work. So it seems we have 2 viewers now, so whoever the second viewer is, welcome. If it's Mr. Green, please enlighten me as to why you sing your hamar. It's not a very good thing to say. This panel is the same in almost every type of aircraft. This autopilot, which is very good, convenient, but everything else is different. What is this go around button? Oh no. Probably should not have pressed that. Daniel's Aviation, Paris to Madrid, and what plane would that be? I'll show you the options we've got. 735, 744, 773, 7810, Cessna, King Air, Camel, CRJ's, helicopter, nonsense, Learjet, nonsense, Dash 8 Q400, helicopter, nonsense, and A320, A3 at 8880. So quite a few options that we have. Should probably switch back to the 735 here. I hope this plane does not start doing a go around here, because I did press go around. It's quite a good button. If I press it, what happens? The throttle goes maximum. That's pretty much it. Can we see the passengers? No passengers inside. Daniel's Aviation, you can't be serious. A helicopter. I am absolutely terrible at helicopters. Okay, and you just tell me which helicopter. So we have our uncontrollable R22, which is a smaller one, if I can find it. Here, this is absolutely uncontrollable. It looks like a toy. And then we've got the slightly better, but still very difficult EC135 with a lot more liveries. But at least it does not look like a toy. So it's up to you. I probably want to switch back to the 737 now. Okay, I'm back for a minute. So let's go to our plane. Daniel's Aviation. Nah, I'm joking. Do a 777. Okay, what livery would that be? I'll go back to it. 777. We've got Emirates, EVA, KLM, Qatar, Singapore, Swiss, Turkish, United, British, Aeroflot, Air Canada, Air China, Air France. I'm guessing Air France. If you do not object, then I'll do Air France. But probably not now. We want a 737. Okay, Air France it is then. What time would that be? And in what time zone? Are you specifying it? For example, if you wanted it at 5 p.m, you'd say 5 p.m. GMT. I can probably not do it any earlier than 5 p.m. I'd prefer after 8:30. Or actually, I do it at any time, really. Doesn't matter. Daniel's Aviation, anytime, Captain. Okay, how about same time as today, 9:30 British summertime, which is the time in the UK. I'm curious, if I disconnect the autopilot, can I use a mouse to control? Oh no, we're going down. Can I use a mouse to control the yoke? Can I use my hand first of all? Answer to that seems to be no. Can I use the mouse? Yes, I can. But it's not a great idea. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. But this is first a slight issue that's going on. Oh god. I can't fly this plane. Seems to be steady. Just slight turn. We're rapidly descending when we're supposed to be ascending. So let's ascend. Oh dear. Too much ascending. Daniel's Aviation, how come the door's still open? The cabin will lose pressure. Well, I mean, it's not a major issue. This is, I'd like to say that safety is our #1 priority. Kind of. Oh god, that's not a good idea. I can't control the yoke. Okay, maybe autopilot is a good idea. I think we're going to crash. Oh no, we're fine. So this flight is going very smoothly. with 491 nautical miles remaining. We're currently just off the Daniel's Aviation Year autopilot is on. We're currently just off the coast of the United Kingdom, but we'll be going to Bordeaux, France, which, if you want to see, is around, like very off course, is around here, South France. So let's try and get on course. The plane is turning, but it will probably take some time, so let's do it manually. Up we go. Slight bit of wing flex. There we go, we are now in line. And raise the altitude a little. I want to get to 30,000 feet. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Autopilot will do the rest. It's not letting me connect to the flight plan. I've lost control of the aircraft. This is not good. Not good at all. Okay, will autopilot agree to connect now? Yes. I think we did autopilot a massive favor here. We've pretty much done the whole thing manually and helped out the autopilot. Okay, we seem to have gone to a better, stabler position. 485 nautical miles remain. Okay, here we go. Have a controller connected now. Hopefully it's a better experience. So we're going to be landing with a DualSense controller and a Magic Mouse. I think we should probably close the door. Or actually we'll leave it. I can't remember which one of these buttons. I think it was somewhere around. I think it was this. No. Can't seem to find it. 480 nautical miles remain. Let's just check that we're on course. Okay, we're now more on course and we should be arriving very soon. Okay, for once everything is going smoothly and well. This chair looks like a suitcase with a cushion inside of it. I do like how this cockpit is modelled. And why is there a chair in the way of the door? How did they get out? can't open the door. It's not that realistic. Pretty sure I can open the window there. Or interact with it somehow. I think we're too high altitude. Yeah, let's check our lights. Okay, lights are fine. Taxi obviously off. APO. Okay, everything seems to be going well for once. Did the stream just crash? I think it just crashed. Oh, for God's sake. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see what is going on right now? Did the stream crash? I really hope it didn't. I don't think it did actually. Why is it not showing our destination? I don't think we're going to arrive very well here. We're quite off course here. So I'm just going to disconnect the autopilot one more time and bank ourselves. Why is it not following the flight plan? Now I've fixed it. There, now we should be on course. Here's the first of the view, and is the captain for today's flight, with his hands for some reason permanently on the throttle and yoke. I'll be the first officer on the flight. Okay, so we're just shy of 450 nautical miles away. I think we're more on track now, and we should arrive pretty soon. I think just about a fifth of the flight has been completed. I'm not really liking this first officer view, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is better. And this is obviously a classical aircraft. The 737-800 has not yet been added to this game and probably will not be added to this game. Unfortunately, we're stuck with this, which I wouldn't have chosen, but it's a 737. Not a good 737, but it's a 737. I mean, if they were going to give us a classical, they probably should have given us a proper classical, like a 732 or 733. Something a bit more iconic than this, but I mean, that's fine. It's a 737, like I say. but either go fully modern or fully old. Okay. Everything is going smoothly. Just short of 440 nautical miles away from destination. So let's change the view. Let's find a better view than maybe this is good. Seems alright for now. Okay, so we currently just short of 430 nautical miles away from destination. I'll announce every 20 nautical miles from now. So when we're around 400 nautical miles out, I'll say so. Here we've got an island down here. Quite nice. Don't know if there's an airport on there. Definitely not an airport that we can land at. Got a nice bit of wind flex. Let's add some wind actually. Yeah, we've already got quite a bit. I think that's enough actually. Maybe add some turbulence. Seems quite a good amount. There, that seems better. More exciting at least. Daniel's Aviation, how many nautical miles out do you start descent? Well, it depends on the aircraft, but I typically start descent around 110, 120 nautical miles away from the airport. The larger the plane is, obviously, the earlier I start descent. Smaller the plane is, the later I start descent. With this 737-500, probably start descent around 90, 95 nautical miles out. But with something like an A380, around 110, 115. So it varies, but that's the kind of range. Daniel's Aviation, nice, yep. how far out do you typically start? I'm guessing similarly 110 to 120 for most wide body planes like 777, 87, A350, 380. Daniels Aviation, that's right, yeah. Yep, that's what I would have guessed. So I will announce it now. We are about 401 nautical miles from Bordeaux Airport, and we've been flying for approximately 41 minutes and 30 seconds. Currently flying over Wales in the UK, quite a rural area with small areas of inhabitants. The weather is looking clear with crosswinds of around 25 knots, coming in at 191 degrees. Daniels Aviation, the flight I did earlier to the Bahamas was 124 nautical miles in. So the whole flight or the descent? In A320 fly-by-wire. That was a hell of a landing. Is that on your YouTube channel? The clouds were so low, couldn't see anything. Yep, I also like landing in low visibility. I think it's quite interesting. It's definitely fun. And then I turn the clouds off and I see how much I've skidded off the runway. Daniels Aviation, just the descent. Yeah, I thought you meant the whole flight. So I'm looking for your video about the Bahamas. I'm assuming it was in a video. There's about 15 Daniel Aviation. Yep, couldn't find your channel, fortunately. I don't know if you made a video on it even. So the whole flight was 1,224 nautical miles. Okay, that's quite decent. From Montreal to the Bahamas. Montreal is in Canada, I think. I know where the Bahamas are. But Montreal's in Canada, I'm pretty sure. So it's quite a decent flight. Let's find another view here. This baddie view will do. So we're currently 375 nautical miles away from Bordeaux, where the weather is still clear with 35 at 35 at 191, exiting the shore of Wales here. See a few major metropolitan areas here. Looks like a city. Yeah, on your channel about a few hours ago. I don't know why I can't find your channel. Oh, I just found your channel. You've got so many 694 subscribers. Okay, that's quite a lot. Let's see your flight. Okay, I've just skipped to the landing. I'm about to see this landing. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1,000 feet out. Autopilot disconnected. Here we go. We're gonna see what this landing is. So I can see that you're using Streamlabs. Okay, it's very windy. It seems you're landing. And touchdown. Quite late touchdown, but overall not bad. Very smooth landing. You probably should have shown a replay. Daniel's Aviation, it took 2 attempts, lol. Yeah, I can guess with any windy flight it will take time. I'm guessing we're gonna need 3 go-arounds today. I'm sure that was not music to your ears. But yeah, smooth landing, well done. Here we have a nice view of the Wi-Fi antenna, which has been beautifully handcrafted. I think we need another view now. This is nice. Ow, 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 ow. Daniel's Aviation, thank you, Captain. Yeah, I forgot to load flight recorder. You have to load flight recorder. It's not something you think about with Aerofly. But yeah, that's a shame. Software to record the landing. Is there no in-game software to record the landing? For a God knows how much flight simulator. Daniel's Aviation, no. So there's no included software to record a landing. That is preposterous. Because I remember all the versions of Flight Simulator had it. I think Flight Simulator 2004 had it. Still not very reliable. This game's one is also not very reliable. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, I can understand that. A lot of things you have to load before you start the flight. Yeah, software like, I don't know, A Pilot's Life, Look At, or there's a lot of nonsense that you can add. Make it more realistic sounds, more realistic livery, more realistic plane, more realistic everything. But that's quite a long flight for an A320, Montreal to Bahamas. But it's really fun, yeah, I can understand it. I can understand more realism, more fun. That's what I did in my video that you saw. Let me see how many viewers your stream got. Let's have a look at your stream again. So you got 194 views. Wow. And yesterday's stream got 325. Don't know how you're getting so many. Yeah, I would never get 325 views on a stream. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, VATSIM is the next thing to implement. Well, yeah, VATSIM is a whole new world of realism. It's a great thing. But it needs a bit of studying. So I've currently got 315 nautical miles remaining until our destination. I'm guessing you have a lot of views because you're using the Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I'm using this Aerofly because I do not have a PC that can run Microsoft. Unfortunately. There is X-Plane Mobile, but that is also incredibly expensive with a subscription, and I don't really like subscriptions. Oh dear. I'll go grow a charger. Okay, I have acquired a charger and a Mars bar. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, that does need studying. Yep, unless you go on the more casual service, it's a very strict environment. Not a nice place for beginners. I mean, it's not a lot of studying, but it's very complicated if you're not a pilot in real life. All the ATC and stuff. You need to know stuff about call signs, about location. You need to be very familiar with your aircraft and the navigation systems and all that stuff. What PC you got then, Cap? Well, actually, I've got two, which may sound very good. One of them is my dad's work PC, which is an i5-3470, no graphic card. Of course, probably could run Flight Simulator X, but no point wasting my money on that when I can save for Microsoft and a better PC. And I've got my PC, which has a dual core something. It's not like it's like some Pentium, I think, or Athlon. It's something very, very, very low, about a gigahertz, I think. And then it's got 1.5 gigs of RAM, also no graphic card, unfortunately. So yeah, but I do have a few consoles. I've got a Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and a PlayStation 5, which is my flagship device, I would guess. I would say. So yeah, my PCs are both completely non-upgradable. Apart from graphics card. Still, you won't get anything more than a GTX 970. So they're absolutely terrible. Daniel's Aviation, okay, nice. Well, not really nice. So 280 nautical miles remain. Been flying for almost an hour now. What PC do you have? I will ask. I'm guessing some RTX 3060. I don't know. So what specs do you have? I'm guessing you probably have an Intel, not an AMD. i9 10 850K, 4.8 gigahertz maybe. Motherboard probably a Gigabyte Z490. Probably a GTX 1660 Ti, I think. And for power supply, probably got an AVGA Supernova 1000 watts, 80 plus probably. Probably got a Samsung 970 EVO 250GB SSD and an M.2 with a terabyte, which is a Samsung 980. That's probably what specs you have. I mean, that is just a random guess, so it's probably wrong. Oh, Daniel's Aviation, that's a very good guess. Oh, that's pretty good then. How many did I get correct? Daniel's Aviation actually too good? Well, there's always room for improvement. I mean, it's just a wild guess. I'm very surprised that it was good. Daniel's Aviation, well, all of it, lol. Yeah, nice joke. I know when you get all of it right. And what are the chances of that, right? Like 1 in something million, probably billion. Laughing emoji, whoa. Is it that bad that you laugh and make jokes? We've got 250 nautical miles and we've just entered the French Peninsula. Daniel's Aviation, the GTX 1660 Ti is getting old, but everything else is new. Didn't the 1660 just come out like a year ago, or am I incredibly wrong? Daniel's Aviation, well, it's 3 years old. Yeah, 2019, I just read. It's still not very old, I mean. Not old at all. It just wasn't excellent when it came out, to be honest. Probably would have been better off going for a 3070, waiting a bit. I still can't take this plane seriously with the ladder out and the door out. 238 nautical miles remaining. Daniel's Aviation, yes, I know, but generally, if you get a very good card, like a 3090 or a 3080-70, they won't age that quickly. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, I can totally understand that. I mean, I am streaming this off an iPad now, which kind of says something. I didn't have the money then either, and I still do not have the money. But yeah, you should probably upgrade your card in like a year or something. Up to you. I'm not gonna say anything stupid and then turn out to be like the Verge PC guide. Daniel's Aviation. You know, it's a different story then. RTX 3090 will last years, most likely. Yeah, probably way longer than any other card. Because it's just mainly good. Got a few cities here, but mostly farming area. 218 nautical miles remaining. So with Daniel's Aviation, you have almost 700 subscribers. And what is your secret to having so many? Is it the thumbnails, the titles, the content? What is it? Open up. Come on, Daniel, you need to tell me. Because I'm working very hard and I'm not getting any views. Views isn't really important to me because I'm having fun. But eventually, I'm gonna get very tired without a motive. Because fun doesn't last for very long. When you're streaming for only, you're doing flights for only yourself and nobody is joining, which used to be the case. Thankfully today we have at least a viewer. Daniel's Aviation. Honestly, I'm no expert on YouTube's algorithm, but I started uploading short takeoff and landing videos and they start getting views. What do you mean by takeoff? Do you mean from the gate taxiing to the runway up for about 5 nautical miles and then stop? Or do you mean literally spawn on the runway and the moment you're airborne, it's done? I'm guessing you need about a minute for a YouTube Shorts clip. Daniel's Aviation, that's interesting. So you kept gaining more traction with the shorts videos, and eventually when you did longer streams, YouTube recommended your videos more. So the more traction you have, the more YouTube will recommend your videos. I mean, I don't know how much traction this simulator will get. Aerofly compared to Microsoft. Daniel's Aviation, you're not doing anything wrong, Captain. You're very good with the chat and the game. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully it just gains more traction. I need to figure out something that can help boost my things. Maybe my thumbnails. A lot of people tell me my thumbnails aren't very good, so maybe if I work harder on them, it'll be beneficial. Daniel's Aviation, it's a process, but never give up. Well, thank you. Actually, I've got a very exciting 60 subscriber special coming up. We're gonna do a very, very exciting series. I think that will gain a lot of traction. And even if it doesn't, at least it'll be fun. Just most important always. So about 150 nautical miles out, I'm gonna start thinking about the descent pretty soon. Probably, I'm gonna say 100 nautical miles I will start descending. Daniel's Aviation, tags, titles are good. Yeah, tags is something I still need to master. actually something YouTube does is it shows on YouTube Studio, it shows you what tags are going well for your type of genre of video. So for example, I used to put my tags as AeroflyFS 2022 on my videos, but then I saw that Aerofly 2022 is actually doing better because most people don't write AeroflyFS 2022, they just write Aerofly 2022. So I changed my tags to that and it did definitely work quite a bit. Daniel's Aviation, but there's one important thing that gains attraction when you said it. I'm guessing you're talking about the thumbnails. Daniel's Aviation, TubeBuddy is free. Helps you with tags, titles, ranking. Yes. Okay, that I'll take a look at it. I'm pretty sure I've used it before a long time ago. But hopefully it will help. Improve things. So you were talking about the thumbnail. I think the thumbnail is very important. Today I decided to do a much more simplistic thumbnail, so we'll see how many views this will get once it's archived. So I've tried very complicated thumbnails with lots of major things, and this is a very simplistic thumbnail. We'll see what tends to gain more views. And once again, views aren't very important to me. It's just something that if it is there, then it's good. If not, then tough. But it's definitely more rewarding since you know you're doing it for a purpose. vidIQ is another one too. I've not heard of that. I'll also take a look. I think I'm gonna let the autopilot decide when to descend here. Unless it does anything too critical, I'm just gonna let it continue. So I'll check out this vidIQ and TubeBuddy before the next. Next video. Daniel's Aviation, this view now. What do you mean? Do you want to choose a view? Different view? Let's go to the first officer position. Can I screen capture it? Which view are you talking about? Are you talking about this? I can screen capture it. If that's what you mean. Daniel's Aviation, yes. What am I gonna do with it? Is that what you're proposing I make the thumbnail with? I think I've already made the thumbnail, but I can change the image. I'll change it after 24 hours to see which one is better. Daniel's Aviation, that's a good potential thumbnail. Alright, great. I'm gonna use that then. Now I can change the view. Jessica's quite sticky for some reason. Change the view now. Got how long left? We've got 110 nautical miles. 109 now. 108 now. Daniel's Aviation, yeah, see which one you like, Captain Lee. I will take a look at both. I will give both an equal chance of 24 hours after this stream ends, and we'll see which one is better. I mean, I don't really mind. I'll try and upload some landing videos. Takeoff videos. I think landing videos are gain more traction. Because the takeoff is pretty much less interesting. Unless it's at a difficult airport. I estimate we've got around 10 more minutes of flight time. Our descent has begun, but I'm not liking how fast it is, so I'm gonna speed it up manually there if we can get into the cockpit. As first officer, hereby declare that we shall be descending at an increased rate. Why is it not letting me? Nope. This isn't gonna work, is it? Gonna disconnect the autopilot for just a moment. I'm gonna get V-speed down to here, 3,250 feet. Daniel's Aviation, did you edit that video on an iPad from the one you uploaded yesterday? Yes, in fact I did. Absolutely did. It's a editing app called Premiere Rush, which is made by Adobe, the same company that makes Premiere Pro. But obviously it's a more simplistic version that an iPad can somehow run. I'm gonna continue to increase this to negative 4,000 feet per minute. And then that should be fine. Still kind of want to stay on course for now. Heading 162. Well, V-speed isn't really working very well. I'm going to try and knock it down here. Knock the plane lower. Done as aviation, man, then you have serious skills. Well, thank you very much. Now descending at a more rapid rate, but it's not really working. It's very difficult on an iPad, but I try to make use of what I have, really. Even though I say that when I'm streaming this on an iPad, but reading the chat from a MacBook Pro, which isn't mine, obviously. But still, I'd much rather be doing vice versa. I've never actually landed as first officer, so let's do that. Let's get a bit lower. We're too high now. I'm gonna altogether disconnect the autopilot off. So I think I have control over the plane now. Nope. Tell this to go away. How do I disconnect it? Don't know what to do. Oh, here we go. Flight director off. Should have control now. Nope, still do not. Because this isn't going down fast enough. Okay, let's do this. 68 nautical miles remaining. Still do not have a visual. I'm gonna decrease the visibility. Where is that? Clouds. Visibility. Oh god. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, that is not good enough. Maybe there. That's enough of a challenge. Okay, please descend, because this plane is not descending very well at all. I think to disconnect the autopilot you have to do both. And now it's disconnected, which is no. I'm gonna let the whole thing do itself. The vertical speed has been dramatically increased, but I'm not too keen on that, so I'm gonna take it down a notch. Minus 2500 should be decent enough. So we're going to be landing pretty soon. Welcome to the chat, the two people that just joined. Just jumped viewers by two. Say something in the chat. So I've got quite a difficult approach coming up. We're going to be turning basically 90 degrees. And then another 90-degree turn, which will make us 180. And it's low visibility, which is always fun. Good visibility of the captain, but not of the airport. And we're overspeeding. I'm gonna check our location now, and I believe we are far too high. I'm gonna have to take manual control once again. So let's go down, but I do not have manual control. For some reason, this isn't working. I can't go down. Please help. Go down. I'm not able to descend, although it says 52 nautical miles. It's probably much less. It's not true. So I've got 4 viewers now, apparently. So guys, say something in our chat. I do not have faith at all in my landing, but we'll give it a go. We're too high, certainly. Should be around 5,000 feet here. So I'm going to reduce our altitude again. Why is it not letting me? Diners Aviation, I think any sound in your area, but okay, try this. This is the minimum sound available. Can you still hear me properly? If you cannot, please tell me. Okay, you can hear me kind of. That's great. So, we're getting very close now, but we're too high. So, I won't be surprised if it's a go-around. Sounds good? Okay, great. That's perfect. That's even better. Okay, so we're going to be turning left very, very soon now. We're actually descending properly, finally. We're going to be landing very, very soon. So I'm going to set our auto brake to medium. What else do you want to do? We probably want to get our landing lights switched on. Okay, let's get ready. Turning
2500.
Control already. quite concerned that we're a bit too low, considering I do not yet have a visual. 2500 for a large bank turn is going to be difficult. Very much have no trust in our autopilot right now. Okay, so we seem to be riding on 2,000 feet. And still do not have a vision. Should I land with the stairs or without? So we are 18 nautical miles away. Still cruising around 2,000 feet. And we are landing shortly. I don't know if you could hear me, I just wanted to turn the sound off for a bit. Just wanted to say that the thing is not going away. The stairs. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to land with the stairs. Oh no, here we go, they're going away. Okay, so let's land this plane. I'm guessing you want some again, so I'll go ahead and engage this side. So the sound is now on. And that is the airport. We have a visual. British Airways is clear for landing. Okay, have a visual. Continue visual. That is the one where we'll be landing up with the blue lights over there. So let's turn then. Because I'm going to turn very soon. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Gonna go for the last 90-degree turn and then gonna disengage our autopilot and land this. Gear is now down. Okay, once we reach 1,000, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Okay, that is 1,000. And the autopilot is now disconnected. I'm just going to raise that 1,000. Now I'm going to lower the throttle again. Here we go, here we come.
400.
Bit to the right. Reduce throttle.
300. Approaching decision height. 200. Decision height. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, we have now landed, so let us watch the replay from tower. Here we go. Quite good approach. Let's see our touchdown. Okay, not bad. Now let's see it from the side view. So let's rate this landing out of 10. I think that's a solid 7. That was a good landing. Daniel's Aviation, good landing, Captain. Thank you very much. Now let's see if I can taxi to the gate properly. So where are the gates? They look to be to the right of us there. So let's add small mouth throttle. I like to taxi in HD view. But let's go to the cabin view for full realism. Let's find somewhere to turn off the runway. So let's get our taxi lights going. They're already on. Runway turn off lights already on. I believe there's somewhere for us to turn off here. Daniel's Aviation says 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5. Not sure. If you're saying 8 out of 10, that's very good. Quite proud of that landing. So let's find a good gate. Come on, it has to be here somewhere. There we go. Gate here to the left. Empty gate, we can taxi there. So let's turn left here. Not that sharply, but you get the idea. Don't really have to follow the taxiway here that religiously. And let's slow down. Slow down and stop. Stop, I said stop. Where's the parking brake? Oh dear. Has to be here somewhere. I can't access, is it? So I think we've had a slight issue here. The parking brake is not working. Oh, there we go, finally. Daniel's Aviation, I think it's just amazing that you're doing this from an iPad. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, I definitely appreciate that. It's not easy, definitely, but it's the best we can do. And we'll make the most of a situation. So let's have a look at this airport in a helicopter, as per the tradition. Although this doesn't seem to be working. For some reason. I think I'm going to disconnect this controller. Bluetooth, we do not need the dual sense files. So I'm going to go to Aerofly and raise our collective. Control is now disconnected, I believe. So let's restart the app. Because I didn't understand that the controller is gone. A lot of people say that it's very strange I'm doing this from an iPad. But I think it's great. Now let's turn off Bluetooth because it's not disconnecting. There we go. Raise some collective. Let's take a look at this airport. So here is the terminal that we're parked at. There's the car park in the distance. God, I'm all for this. Imagine if you tried to make me do a flight with this. There's the car park over there. What airport is this again? Bordeaux. A nice aerial view. And the other side there, nice aerial view, that's the ACC tower. Nice aerial view of those hangars over there. So, Daniel and the other viewers, thank you for watching this stream. Thank you for joining us on this flight. Very strange that the disciple didn't come, considering it was his request to do this flight. But, doesn't matter. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Goodbye, Daniel, and everyone else. And don't forget, Daniel, that tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. British time, we've got another flight, your flight, from Paris to Madrid. So don't forget about that.